Safety palace, safety palace. Safety palace, safety palace. Anyone come challenge me? Safety palace, safety palace. What you say, what you say? Safety palace, safety palace. Anyone come challenge me? I know Cancun, insurgents come.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the love of the challenge. I am your host, Robert Stewart Jr. And yes, I am back. It feels good to be back. I've been in a hiatus and I've been dropping some episodes, but tonight I am amped because I have been trying to get in touch with Syrus, my man, because I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I was looking. Okay, let me pause. Don't let me get my hopes up. But it's finally here. Syrus joins me. How you doing this evening?
Good, man. Feeling truly blessed over here. Just
Yes,
feeling
sir.
blessed.
Yes, sir. Before we get into the backstories and all the stories, how did you like St. Louis as a whole? Give me the truth now. Give me the truth.
Oh man, St. Louis is the bomb, bro. I've been there many a times before. It wasn't my first rodeo.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Cool. What
they
part
always
do
show
you?
love to me there though. So I love St. Louis.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. What's your best part to go? Have you been to a baseball game yet here in the STL?
I've not been to a baseball game yet.
Oh, you missing out. You missing out.
Uh,
That's home, sweet home for me. I don't care what stadium I in. It will always be home right here in St. Louis, Missouri. I love going to Bush Stadium. I miss the old Bush, but I love the new Bush as much as I got a lot of new memories, but I
okay.
miss my old memories with
I
the
went to
old.
a football game out there back when.
Which what year?
Man, like I can keep track of these years. I have no clue. I know
What
I did the Budweiser tour, and then
okay.
I did.
Was it the greatest show on turf time though?
It was pretty dope. But I did I spoke with the Billikens as well. So
Okay, 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 okay. Oh, I didn't know you was out here like that.
in
Okay.
fact, it's one of the only places that actually honored my contract and had me 4 bottles of Grey Goose
There
on
you go. Hey, you can't go
stage,
wrong with
chilled
that.
for me at the lecture.
Okay, okay. You
And
can't.
then I went to the place with the plungers. Is it Humphreys?
I think that is Humphrey. That might be
Yeah,
Humphrey.
come on, man. I'm all
Okay.
over the place, dog.
You all over. He all over the world, ladies and gentlemen.
These are
So,
all separate trips too. Separate
right,
trips.
right. This is the man Cyrus. You know him from Real World Boston. Let's talk about Real World Boston. Did you? No, matter of fact, let me do this before I actually get into this. After Real World Boston, did you ever think you was gonna be as big as you are now?
I mean, I was on Baywatch for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
People from college know me from Baywatch. It was
Mm-hmm.
the biggest show in the world, not
Right.
just thing. That was a huge show. But I kind of had a plan. When I was going in the real world, I had things that needed to be said, things about me that the world needed to know. Unfortunately, they only showed you guys the party side, but I went on there with a plan. And the plan was to figure out how to make money off me being me, a brand before brands were a thing. I
Mm-hmm.
was social media before social media.
Yes, you were. And how did you get into party planning? Because I got a question from a Christina, and
Okay.
she asks, "Is this is her question? Matter of fact, let me ask it now." She says, "What's the next big party?" And when, because she was there, she was at your last party. This is the one that brought the photo album that you signed. She said,
Yeah.
remind you of that. So, how did the whole party scene come about with you?
Man, I've always thrown parties from high school on. I've been on my own since 15 years of age. And so
Mhm.
for me, partying was always a part of the equation, no matter what it was. I made a point to be the life of the party and figured out how to make a living doing the party. And
Mhm.
so, I like to double dip, man. I can't go give a lecture
Right.
out doing a party that night.
Right.
It only makes sense.
It
You
does.
know,
It only makes sense because I
I
mean,
learned it the first day on the Real World Boston. I knew that I was going to make money doing parties.
oh, okay, okay. So you already knew. So what was your reaction?
I
Because
think I did it in college too.
yeah,
Same thing in college.
right. Oh, okay. So did you do a lot of those college visits when they were doing it during that time?
I didn't do a lot of them. I started it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was the first to start doing those tours. And like I said, I took it a step further. Why
Right.
would I just go to a school and do the school? I want to give them a chance to come party with me afterwards and now double up on my money. And then
Right.
I get alcohol sponsor and get more money.
Right.
And then I
Yeah.
get a jury sponsor and get more money. Can I
Right.
get a clothing sponsor? Get more money. So it was just like the residual effect. I had to make it
Oh,
happen like
okay.
that.
Oh,
And Side the Party guy was born. Now at 50, it's Side the Event guy. I do events. So whatever it is you have or want, from bar mitzvahs to weddings, just speaking at a company gathering, I've done any and everything you could ever imagine and still book any and everything to this day.
right. Okay, now before I get into the All Star Slash, I want to talk a little bit about your last challenge that you did in Ruins. Cause you took a hiatus, a huge hiatus, cause you disappeared off of that. It's like all the old people gone. I was like, man, we know Mike went off to the WWE. Syrus, he kind of went off we knew Syrus was out there, but we just like, okay, where's Syrus at? Is he gonna ever make his mark into a regular challenge ever again? Do you think, and and I quote this question from, I'm gonna say Josephine. She says, "Does he think he can compete on a current challenge politically wise?" She said that in parentheses. Do you think that you could hang with some of these young bucks? I think you can hang. I mean,
I'm gonna
especially
say this. I'm a seasoned veteran. I do any and everything pretty good. I'm not saying I'm the best at everything, but I'm one of those guys. I'm a Renaissance man. There ain't nothing that I can't do.
right.
I'll leave it at that. I'm ready to go. I didn't get in shape like this to not go on either challenge. I want to go for the millie, baby. The
There you
millie.
go.
Half
Boom.
a millie's cool, but I want the millie. I
Boom.
don't want to win. I expect to win.
He expects to win. That's this mentality. I like Cyrus's mentality, and that's what you gotta have. You gotta have that mentality going in. Friendships aside and everything. You out there to play with money, and hey, this is nothing personal. It's business. So it sounds like you know how to separate friendship from business side. Is that accurate?
Well, I mean, you don't do business with everyone,
Right.
and you don't have friends with everyone. So if you're my friend, you're pretty much my family, period, point blank. Like me and Beth's relationship is trunk tight no matter what. That comes before anything,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think you have to jeopardize your friendships to play a game,
Right.
especially if you play the game with what they call integrity. I
Right.
don't do anything in my life that I don't do in the game without integrity.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if that means I won't be the champion and win the gusto, then I won't. But I will have my name, my word, and myself. See, the problem is so many people have issues with money,
Yeah.
not good relationships. Me and money are like this, homie. We are so tight. We love each other to death, and we take care of each other. We respect each other. I will always have it in abundance.
There you go. Have it in abundance, and that's always a good thing, especially coming from a challenge legend like yourself. Um, did you ever think that the challenge would ever be this big as what it is now from what it was then?
Realistically, man, I thought the challenge was bigger then than it is now. I
Oh,
thought
okay.
that the challenges were a chance for real world to basically do a road rules.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of felt like to me. And it's one thing to be sitting up in the mansion, chilling, being taken care of. And then it's a whole different story to be dealing with roughing it on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And when you got to go on the road, not that we rough it, but it's a tough situation dealing with all those personalities in one house.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of people in their houses. So it's like, you gotta, doesn't nothing really affect me like that. Like, yes, I will show a little bit of frustration, a little bit of anger, but it's all in front of the game. And when I'm done with the game, I don't care. You stab me in the back, cool. Pull that knife right out. We can go have a, dinner together or something. I really don't care like that. It's not going to affect my life out here like that.
Right. Right.
I'm one of the people that's been dealing with the daily, should we say, attention since I got off the show. I look down there the same. It was 25 years ago. I still get stopped on the daily about the road. So it is, you consider that. I've figured out how to make it a lifestyle. And in lifestyle, you figure out how to make ends meet and how to keep yourself happy and content. That's me in a nutshell.
Hey, and Cyrus, I mean, it's been a long journey. I've been watching it, and I was like, man, this dude is, he's tough. He's tough. He can't get on his skin. He rolls with the flow. I liked your personality. and your swagger, especially when you was in the regular challenges before went to the All Stars. But what was it like going back for the very first time? You're like, oh shit, it's going down. I'm getting on the plane and I'm on my way to the challenge.
Man,
Walk me through that experience.
it just feels a lot like high school reunion, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. You know, you build bonds and some real friendships with some of these people. And anytime you do that, it's going to be emotional. Coming like back like this might be my last one.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie and say I wasn't emotional as hell,
Mm-hmm.
because coming back into the arena and feeling it in the arena evokes nothing but emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to start playing the game, which
Right.
evokes nothing but emotion. But to be a good challenger, you have to be able to tuck your emotions in and let the real you come out and still be able to play a political game as well as compete.
Mm-hmm.
And emotions mess that up a lot.
Really,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's what I always curious about is that emotion inside. Because I mean, I trained a lot for these Spartan races, and I'm telling you, it's beat me down to a point where I'm like, do I want to do another one of these things? I did one back in November, and
Uh-huh.
when I told you my legs were done, I said I don't know if I'm gonna recover from this. My legs are just now coming back to being normal, and I'm just like, yes, it's time to train. I'm ready to go. Let's go. So I'm ready to tackle anything and everything. The physicality of these challenges, is it harder? Is it easier? Was it harder coming back, or was it tough to do these challenges after so many years? Because you've been out the game since Ruins, so that was a good chunk of time. Because it was a lot of challenges that has played before. And what do you think about Johnny Bananas involved in the way he did? Because you know how dominant he has become, especially after you had left the challenge. Because by that time he really hadn't taken off during that time. It was a little bit after you had left the game that he really started to take off. So, what do you think about all that when that transpired?
I mean, challenges are tough, either way you put it. You just have to be as prepared as possible, which you can't really prepare for them. You can be in the best physical shape possible and go out on a puzzle. You could be the best puzzleist and go out on a physical mission. So you never know. As far as cats like Johnny, man, I mean, Johnny's a true chameleon, able to morph himself into whatever it may be and get that job done. And he's really good at the challenges, man. You know,
Oh
I
yeah.
done the ruins with him was the last one I did with him. And
Mhm.
you know, he was playing tough the political game and performed as well as he could. And it, you know, ended up doing his thing and coming with the victory. So like I always tip my hat to people. I have no ill feelings toward anyone, man. There's not an enemy in this world out there. I don't, not that I know of. Maybe from their end, they look at me as their enemy or something, or don't like me. But as
Right.
far as me not liking people, love everybody. I just did Banana's show first look. He called me up the other day to do that. Actually, the day before I came to see you guys in St. Louis,
Mhm.
I was on first look. It'll be airing
Oh,
soon.
okay.
Gave
Oh,
him a little gift. I brought him a little banana phone.
the that's I can see that. I can see that with
Little Bluetooth
Banana Man.
banana phone. Yep, yep.
The Banana Man himself. It's definitely been fun to watch you come back. Are we gonna see you in another one? Because I was like, seems like you disappeared after this one. I was like, where's? I was like, this second season, I was like, where's Cyrus at?
Look, I was just on tour, brother. Don't get it twisted. Like I don't stay stagnant. I'm writing my book right now. My book
Mhm.
is in, should we say, the final quarter of it, and I'm doing it all myself. So it's not like I have someone with me or a ghostwriter or anything. So that takes a lot of work, and it's an
Mhm.
autobiography and story of my life. And so when you put that much emotion into something, it's not easy to write. But I'm getting it done alongside my clothing line, blackdesignerclothing.com,
Mhm.
alongside the NFT company that I'm launching with Jamie from Real World New Orleans. I did my first NFT for one of my parties. Sorry, got burnouts going on outside.
That's cool.
But we got the NFTs, and my party invite was an actual NFT. And with that purchase, you received a bottle of vintage distilling, the dopest honey vodka, bro. And it was the 50th edition for my 50th birthday too.
Mhm.
So I'm in the NFT space as well. Got a little bit of music that I've been sitting on, waiting to put that out with the NFT stuff as well. And so like I just stay busy, man. I'm always busy over here. Always got something up my sleeve. I've written several shows that are being pitched as well. Like I'm out here, man. I'm out here.
I see, man. You a busy man. I'm like, you hard to catch up with. I'm like, good Lord, he got all this going on. I said, I kind of figured you was doing a lot, especially behind the scenes. Seems like you stay well connected. Definitely behind the scenes in any aspect. Whether it's the TV shows, reality TV. One thing that Christina also brought to my attention that she wanted me to ask was this question. She said, do you think there will be more seasons of All Stars? And the second part of the question was, if so, does he think that they will start doing themes?
Think there's definitely going to be more seasons. I think that it's proven to be a success, and it's proven that people want it. So I think it's going to come back for a few more seasons at least. And I think the only direction to go, you already have the nostalgia of the old schoolers there. So I think you could throw in a couple of twists. I can see that happening. The problem is that to get people to take 2 months off is difficult. To get people to take a month off is unforeseeable. People got careers and kids and everything else, so it's a little more difficult. But I think if they can condense it all down into about a month, 2 months, they'll be able to pull this off a couple more seasons and also theme it.
Yeah, that would be out. That would be great because it's like, especially watching these new shows, I'd be like, can somebody bring back old school again? Because I couldn't wait till All Stars drop. But I don't get me wrong. I mean, I love the challenge overall, but the way it has evolved, I'm kind of like, okay, really, you bring
They
it.
don't have us go against some little kids at some point.
Yeah, and then I'm just like,
Us against them.
yeah, and then what do you think about all these TV shows bringing in on the channel? Do you think it's a good idea, bad idea? Do you
I
love
mean,
it, hate it?
personally, I think it's whack. But even still, it just makes me root for anyone that is of brand. If you're MTV, if you're Real World, if you are a challenger from one of the originals, then I got to root for you no matter what.
Right. You can't not root for that person because I mean I grew up watching them from way back when I was in what little kid, because I remember when Real World started back in '92. I remember that was the big thing, and then you had Cops, and so when those just start going, then here comes Road Rules. Then Mark Long faces to come with the Road Rules side, and then you were doing some competing on the side actually too, because you was like you came in about season 6 of the Real World, if I'm not mistaken. Um, it's been interesting to see how it has evolved. And do you ever think that MTV will ever bring Real World back? Because they remember they tried to do that with Facebook, but they only had one season of that.
It was pretty dope though. That was a great season, by the way. I think
Yeah,
the cast for that was pretty legit. You had some things on there that you don't get, that you get in normal life, but to have it shown in real time was definitely real cool. Um, they could bring it back, I don't see why not. You got enough ridiculousness on there. Love that show. You got enough to team moms, and it is what it is. It's only time for us to come back.
yeah, because they definitely need to tap into that old school. If social media was existent when way back when Real World actually really first started, how different do you think media would be now versus back then? Well, let me rephrase that question. How different do you think it would be if social media existed back then when Real World first started?
Man, I mean, all of us would have 10 million followers, easy. Um, because there was nothing like it. And people have to understand, like, there was no differentiation between reality TV and TV. There was no differentiation between like a star and like a reality star. It was straight up. I walk into an event, Puff Daddy, yo, what up, Si? I walk in, Robert De Niro, hey, Syrus, how you doing, brother? Love your work. I walk in, Marky Mark, like, yo, what's up, Si? What's cracking, man? Come on over, do a shot. That was the norm. And people don't understand that now. They're looking at something that is 10% of what it used to be.
Right.
And that's what I had to live through. My raging, my partying, my fun was just like insane, bro. And there was nights where it was just on a whole nother level. People nowadays don't understand that. Like tomorrow, since Eminem's in town for Super Bowl, I got to refresh people's memory and drop my video I did with him again, but I knock him out
Right.
without me. like that's been so long that we've been doing this stuff that a lot of people still don't really know.
Right.
So I'm here to, make sure I refresh some memories and go down memory lane like that and do what I need to do to keep myself being one of the last of the dinosaurs, to keep myself right. There's a big old gator out there all over the place. I'm just that gator, man. I'm a last of the dinosaurs. We out here still kicking, still doing it. Don't get too close because we do bite.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my presence known wherever I'm at.
And he still looked the same from back in the day. And I mean, they weren't
This
lying
guy
when
is nicer now than it was back then. I'm just saying, I go a little harder than I did then. I had to.
Right. And that's my next question, is going into ask about the Eminem whole experience, because I know you talked about it somewhat. What was that like? Because I'm a huge Eminem fan, been an Eminem fan for a long time. What was that like to actually get contacted by Eminem? Say, hey, Sai, can you do this music video? I know his people probably reached out and said, hey, Eminem wants you to do this. What was like your initial reaction? Like, what? Are you serious, Eminem? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
down.
it didn't seem real, man. Like I thought it was just one of my homies messing with me. And then I realized, because it's hard to realize that you do have a little bit of status, and be a humble person. I'm as humble as they come, brother. I'm chilling, doing my thing, and get this call, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And this was when he, it's fairly new at the time.
Right.
And they said they wanted me to come in and do this little skit for the video. I was like, okay. And he was like, I'm serious. I was like, yeah, just send the information over, man. I would love to come do it. And he explained to what it would be. And I was like, wow. And then they brought on Julie and Puck. And I was just like, yo, it's going down. And then I get there, Exhibit's there. He's already the homie. Know each other from some other stuff that I've done.
Oh, okay.
It was a real cool environment, man, just to be there all day chilling with someone that is as genius as Eminem is. And, when you're around greatness like that, man, it definitely rubs off. You can feel it. The entire room lit up, and this is, he was rap at that time.
Oh, yeah.
And that video ended up being video of the year, man. So it's, I was just blessed to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm. So at what point did you meet Dr. Dre? Because I know Dr. Dre had to be somewhere around there.
Actually, I did not meet him there. I met him a few times outside of that. Yeah. But I did not meet him there. But there's a lot going on there too. So.
Oh, okay. So have you ever met Dr. Dre though?
Yeah, I met Dre several times. Yeah,
oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Funny, I ran into him at the grocery store the last time I seen him.
Oh, for real? That's a cool brother.
Cool as hell.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's you don't get much bigger, clearly. And he's a normal dude, man. That's someone that you would hang out with. Speaking of Dre and all them, you hear about Snoop? Is it true? Did he buy Death Row Records?
Wait a minute. Say that one more time.
I think Snoop acquired Death Row Records today.
That one, I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything on it. What was I watching? I was watching some Snoop Dogg, and they was talking about Snoop. Oh, I was listening to that podcast that the football players doing, Marshawn Lynch, and then was talking about Snoop. That's what it was, and they didn't mention nothing about him acquiring it. I'm gonna have to look that up since now you said something about that. But I wouldn't be surprised if he did, because from what I heard, the last time I remember hearing, they had some tracks that has never been heard by Tupac. So I'm interested to see if he did, if he's gonna drop those tracks, because it was a lot of them. They said whoever required it before Snoop Dogg got a hold of it. So that would be interesting. So
he's also got a new coffee out, and I may be in some business with some of his coffee.
Oh, that's what's up.
Right now.
That's what's
Snoop
up. Snoop Dogg. That's what's up. I'm gonna get straight to it, because I definitely want to get your reactions on the first season of All Stars, especially the drama that unfolded right before our eyes. I want to definitely get into the whole Alton thing. What happened actually on the mountain. Because I know it was a lot going on there. Y'all had to carry this big heavy thing on y'all shoulders, and I mean, you had a bum ankle because you had hurt your ankle the day before, but and they didn't even actually show this. This is what we find out from you telling us what happened, and I wish they showed when you got hurt. But I was like, I know that had to hurt that you got hurt. Do you? Matter of fact, let me ask you this question first before we get in all that. Do you, before you go out there, do you calculate if you get hurt out on a challenge?
Well, you don't want anyone to know that you're hurt, period, because they're going to come for you. That's the rule number one of the challenges. So I was with Darrell. Darrell would be the testament to this. He thought I literally broke something.
Mm-hmm.
It was ugly. It was their fault. The house had a malfunction. It was missing a brick, and I happened to step into that section. And the very thing you don't want to do, I end up doing.
Mm-hmm.
I purposely didn't work out on the challenge because I didn't want to tweak something and hurt myself. And here I am just walking and tweak my shit. It's life, man. It's what it is. I make no excuses. I lost. Moving forward, I'm ready to go. You know, I feel like he set me up. I don't think that a perfect physical specimen will be beat by two women, both with two kids, one over 50,
Right.
is going to have more stamina than him, no matter what it says. And so no one wants to go against Yes because Yes is a master of all trades.
Right.
So people are scared of him. So why wouldn't they come for me, the old guy?
Right.
So that was it. And people don't know, but he tried to throw me in on the first one. He was trying to convince his woman to throw me in. I'm like, okay, so I got one choice now. I want that dude right there.
Right.
Sit. Done. If I lose, I lose. But I'm going at his throat because he's trying to come at me.
Right.
And I do the same thing in normal life. I do the same thing today if it happened again. It just is what it is. You don't get tested by a man and back down. I don't care who he is. It was Michael Jordan playing basketball. Same damn thing. Let's go, MJ. Let's go. If you beat me, you beat me. I'm going out like a man.
Right.
And that's just it. I don't see any other way. I don't see saving face to go against someone else and run away from you. Then I got to deal with you again later because it ain't leaving my mind.
Right.
So we friends, if you will. I haven't talked to him. He hasn't talked to me. But if I see him, we cool. If I get a chance to go against him again, then we going to go. That's it. I won't be able to let that go. The competitor in me needs to compete against that man now.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you keep, because you say if it's done, it's done. Do you ever go back and say, okay, I could do this different if I did this different, this put a product, do none of that? So
in life, bro, there are no mistakes. Everything is treated like a speed bump. You slow down, take in that bump, and get right back up to speed. It is what it is. I don't believe in mistakes. I believe in learning and moving forward.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's the best way to approach it. Cause me, I'll take it. If somebody tell me something, it'll burn a fire in me, it'll light a fire under me, and I say, okay, you don't think I can do this? Okay, well, I'm gonna prove you wrong. And it's just sky's the limit after that. So
if I do that, that's every day I'll be fighting physically. Because cats test you every single day. When you put yourself on a platform like we did for so long, no matter who you are, you'll have a bunch of people like you and a bunch of people hate you, period. No matter what you did. I can't go out fighting everyone all over the place all my life. That ain't gonna happen. My early years, it was a problem. Got rid of that quick. I'm not even trying to be 32 years old at the club fighting over something stupid.
Right.
For what? If we can't talk this out and I buy you one of the finest drinks at the bar, then we probably not men in my book.
I like your mentality. You got that mentality where like, okay, I'm getting to that point because I'm like, okay, I'm getting too old for that. How this? I'm almost 40. I'm getting there, and I'm just like, I'm in pretty good shape. But you know, I still get that burn. So I was like, I'm not the biggest guy, but hey, you call me out. You don't want to smoke if you call me out now. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to smoke. If you don't call me out if you don't want to smoke. But I'm out to prove something to people a lot of time. And I just prove it to myself. You know, I got into fitness because of my aunt. I saw her health fail. And I remember this to this day. I was at the dialysis down here at Children's Hospital. And I'm like, I don't even want to end up like this. I mean, you got two people in dialysis. My aunt was in dialysis. These two people, it spooked the hell out of me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Got into fitness, been in it ever since, and then it just grew from there. And it's just like, it just amazes me how much I've grown since then, from that little skinny guy to now one of the fittest guys out there, and still honing in on the craft. It's like, okay, I can do and push myself to get to that next level. So your health, how much did that play into getting into shape for you and your mentality? So was it something that
I had a few little things pop up. I didn't know that my blood pressure was high. I had no clue. and it was a simple medication. I'd lost like 30 pounds, maybe 25 pounds going into that. Found that out and was like, whoa, that's crazy. Doc's like, just take these pills, you'll be fine. I was like, all right, so start taking the pills and I'm fine now. But I said, you know what? Why don't I just go ahead and relieve the rest of my body? And I went ahead and dropped another, 25. So I'm damn near 56 pounds down from where I was prior. But I also I changed my diet. I stopped drinking. A lot of people don't know, but for a pretty long time, no weed, no alcohol, and no sugar now.
Oh, okay. So you don't do no sugar at all?
Nah, I do the keto thing though. We bang out the monk fruit. I got some ice cream bars in there, and and she makes keto cookies and so forth. We both got the sweet tooth, but sugar is bad, man. It's a really bad drug, bro.
Yeah, it is.
I don't do bread. I don't do nothing. None of that stuff no more.
Now, was it hard for you to transition? Because I know for me, it took a minute for me to transition off of everything. So, like, I don't drink no sodas like that no more.
I do the keto sodas.
And see, I don't do no sugars when I do drink soda. I do zero sugar. I don't do none of that. So, it took me a minute to like transition off of that. How long did it normally take you to transition off all that?
I started this during COVID, man.
Oh, okay.
Or the alcohol before that, but I started everything during COVID. So we were eating like a madman for like the first month or two, just going nuts, just tearing everything up. Then it was like, you know what, babe? I think we need to make some changes. She decided to do it with me. So boom, we do everything together, bro. So I went ahead and said, okay, we're going to do this. And, she made sure that if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And that's it. I can't say it and not do it. It's all about that integrity thing again. So we both had it. And we both are reaping the benefits on the other end. So it's trying to get in position to have me a little Syrus, can't go on without a little Syrus. Both my brothers got 3 kids apiece. I ain't got none yet.
That's right. I understand that. And especially we gotta see you on another channel sooner or later.
Bruh, I got these junior guns now, dog. I ain't quite like you, but I got these little junior guns now.
We got to get you back out there and see what you got, man. We got to get you back out. We got to see Syrus come back and wreck some stuff up, man. Your boy Latarian, he's almost there. We got to get him over the hump, though. He came close to making the final, but even though he came up short, he lost to a beast. And Nehemiah has improved tremendously over the years. I think this is the best we've seen him since he's been with the challenge. And I was just like, I told Nehemiah this. I said, you there, brother. You are there. You are right there at the doorstep, and you just don't know it. So
he knows it. I've always been rooting for him, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah, definitely that. Well, man, I know you didn't get a chance to come out with us on Friday night. I wish you had joined in, because I know it was Nehemiah and MJ when we came out on Friday night.
Turning up.
Yeah, we had a good little time down there at Ballpark Village. Y'all ever in Ballpark Village, you have to try the cotton candy alcohol drink. It is.
I don't drink no more, bro.
Awesome. Yeah, I know you. I was just saying that to the audience and everything.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was good.
But I drink. I'm not gonna lie.
Really well. I was really drinking, man. I did that thing well.
I drink. I'm not gonna lie. I still drink. I had to calm down on it because I got messed up during and after my race. I went to a bachelor party, and then what was it? High school reunion. I mean, it was just. I said I got wasted both weekends. I said never again. I'm almost 40. I said I can't do this no more. My body is done. So I watch my intake now because I limit myself to like 1 or 2 drinks, and then that's it.
I drink too, though. I got a piece of LA water vodka.
Yeah. Love the LA life. I mean, I missed the LA life. I was out there for 6 months back in around, I think it was 2009, 2010. I ended up getting it.
You come now, it's so different, brother.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to come back. I've been back. I went back in I think 19 before the pandemic hit. I ran the Spartan race that was out there in LA. And that was my first Spartan race that I did. That year, I actually dropped 185 pounds on my chest. I was doing a new workout regimen, and when I went up and I had the band strapped onto the thing, my hands just clamped and it just fell on my chest. Luckily, it was a guy that was next to me. He quickly got that off my chest, and I was like, "Brother, saved my life," because that
Boy,
messed me up. It took me out the gym for about, I think, 6, 7 months, and then I got back into it, and then I was like, "Let me go ahead and challenge myself and do my first race." And when I did that,
wow.
I have a whole nother respect for people who do the challenge, because I was like, "This is what y'all go through." I
Well,
said,
Terry did that, man. He dropped one on his chest a little
"Oh
while ago.
yeah, I remember." He said he dropped 225 pounds on his
Mm.
chest. I said, I hope that never happens to me, because that was scared the crap out of me.
Yeah,
So
see, I'm about to go. I got a game right now. I'm playing this softball league. I gotta get ready to go over here and get this right as we speak.
that's what I'm talking about. Still doing the softball. Syrus, has definitely been good talking to you about the old days, what you up to now, the now and then. Anything else you would like to share to the audience this evening?
Man, at this point, if anybody ever want to reach out, say anything to me, hit me up on my social media. SYRUS MTV, Syrus MTV on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Snapchat. And Facebook is Cyrus Yarbrough. Hit me up whenever, man. I speak to everybody. I ain't all that in a bowl of grits. I get back to you. Sometimes there is a barrage of stuff that comes through, and if I'm working on something, it may take a minute, but at the same time, I'll get back to you. Even if I just say, yo, what's up? It is what it is.
Yeah, so you can definitely reach me at For the Love of the Challenge on Instagram, and my personal page is Robert Lee Jr. 8118, where you'll see a lot of personal stuff that I do with fitness and my personal life that's going on. One more thing I want to ask you, y'all. I did hear that you used to sub back in the day. What was that like? Because right now I do that. I do that on the side. I'm currently I've been subbing since 17, and I do that
So, I
a
mean, the
little bit.
teacher?
Yes.
No, not me.
You
I
never did.
wanted to teach and coach, is what I wanted
Oh,
to do.
okay. You never did do that? Somebody told me you had
I
sub.
did. I end up, well, I speak on diversity and I give lectures at schools and I take a little
Mhm.
time out and do some counseling with kids, but not per se like that.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, somebody was telling me that, and I thought that they meant you used to sub back in the day, but it must not have been like that. So yeah, that's
No.
what I do. So I'm a teacher. So uh kids, and I'm to the point now where I'm like, okay, I'm doing something else. Because I'm like getting too old to do all this. I can't mess with these kids no more. What about the kids
I
on
hear
my
that, man.
yeah, so but anyway, definitely Cyrus, thank you for joining me this evening. I appreciate you. I'm glad I finally was able to get you on. With that said, everybody have a good evening, Cyrus. My sir, thank you.
Hit me up if you want me to come back. Other questions, other words, anytime, just get at me. We'll make it work.
Yes, sir. I definitely will. Since you that took me off up on that offer, I'm gonna take you up on that offer.
Please.
Actually, so later on, I will definitely hit you up when that time comes. Until then, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out with "Save the Palace."
Bust your gun, murder them. Beat the kings, you heard of them. Save the queen, save the shield. When enemies come, we make them yield. Lay them down on the ground to go with the
Right on
sea.
time.